So it doesn't have a light on it when it's running that shows you that it's running?
Yeah, they do. They might still be running.
Oh.
This one has a little light bling. It's up so high I can't hardly see it.
Oh.
So when I'm riding, sometimes it quits working and I don't know it.
Oh, yeah.
If I get it down close enough, I can see the light. What do you suppose that stake is for? There's a radio tower like that up on the top of where Jump Creek Road connects to French John Road.
We saw it.
Yeah, we were there. Yeah, right.
Yeah, because you told me about it before we even seen it. You knew it was there.
One of my landmarks.
Yeah.
If I can see that, I know where I am.
Yeah.
But Three Fingers is the best landmark.
Boy, it is. You can see it from a long ways away.
Yeah, when I lived on Back Corner Road in Eustic, I could see it from there.
Yeah.
I moved out here to the farm, can't see it anymore.
Yeah.
And I told my buddy Rocky, I said, it keeps disappearing. You get too close to it, it disappears.
Yeah.
And the first time I climbed up that ridge and went to the base of Three Fingers, I couldn't figure out where Three Fingers was because I was right at the base of it.
Yeah, that was such a neat ride when you took me there. Oh,
Yeah, I was looking around. Where did it go? And then I got on Google Maps and I followed the trail I went up and it went right to the base of Three Fingers. And I said, oh, there I was.
Boy, this is sure a lot faster than horseback. I want to tell you, when I rode over, the times I rode over horseback, it was a long ride.
I'll bet. I have a skid plate under this. I've only hit a rock with it once. Boy, I hit it hard.
Oh man, I bet you're glad you had it.
Yeah, I don't know what I would have destroyed. I Look at that. The GPS knows we're on a road.
Yeah. So this is a telephone line, right?
I think it's, I think the bottom one's a telephone wire and the top one's maybe 110. So I think that's kind of like the wire that goes to Shank's Ranch. I think it just this wire may go down to the Cherry Creek Resort.
Yeah. Man, you would think that with all the electricity they're generating at the dam, they wouldn't be running away.
Yeah, but that belongs to somebody else. Look at the Mormon crickets.
Well, these are grasshoppers that we're seeing here. These are grasshoppers. The big old crickets up in Silver are black.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you remember when you were a kid going up the ION at night
Yeah.
and horny toads or bullfrogs or something would get out on that asphalt where it was warm? They'd blow up big to croak and then they'd pop when you went over them.
Oh, really? No, I don't remember that. Oh my gosh. It was probably bullfrogs. Bullfrogs, I'll bet.
So anyway, you go up there in the daytime, there'd just be all these little weather frisbees.
Oh my gosh.
Well, Phil George says they couldn't have been bullfrogs because there's no water.
Well, there's water down in the canyon.
Yeah, but that's a long ways.
It is a lot. You know, up at Shanks, have you ever seen those mud puppies? What they call mud puppies?
I think I've heard of them, but they're a fish, aren't they?
Oh, they're salamander
Oh,
kind
okay.
of thing.
Yeah.
They're not a fish. They live out like frogs in the mud.
My brother claims that his kids brought some mountain frogs home, turned them loose, and those things bred with the local frogs and created one tough frog.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He claims all the frogs in our neighborhood were changed because they were crossbred with mountain frogs.
Oh, really? I don't know.
One of his stories.
Yeah? But I'll tell you, there are no frogs anymore. You don't see frogs or hear frogs anymore.
I do.
They're gone.
I do at night.
You do?
Yeah. I go out at night and I listen to the frogs and the coyotes.
Oh, I've got little desert frogs at my place. But they don't.
Those are probably horny toads.
Well, a horny toad's a whole different thing than a frog.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have frogs at my place. But they're little ones. I used to have
woman that started following me on Twitter.
Yeah.
She's a psychiatrist. I just laughed when she started following me. I sent her a note and I said, "What do you think? I'm a good candidate or something?" Well, her name. Here we are back here.
Yeah.
You wanna? Shall we take this one here and go across and back down Fisherman's Road?
Yeah, this will take us to the Cherry Creek Road and we can see what it's like.
You want to explore? We'll do it.
Okay.
So anyway, her name is Dr. Gina Loudon, and she is now a TV personality,
Oh, yeah.
news media, and she's best friends with Donald Trump.
And she what?
She's best friends with Donald Trump.
Oh, really? What is her last name?
Loudon. Her husband was a senator or a representative or something. I don't think he is anymore.
Yeah.
John Loudon is his name. And oh, she's got a daughter that's probably 22. She looks real young. And she's got a son that is in college.
Where does she live?
Florida.
Oh, really? Oh, my God.
Yeah, she spends a lot of time at Trump's golf club. So yeah, Dr. Gina. Then there's another one that is a nurse, Dr. Nina Radcliffe. She's a television personality and a beauty queen. She gets on there and does a lot of spots, you know, and television news spots discussing coronavirus and stuff like that. But anything having to do with health. Paramotor. It's like one of those big curved parachutes.
Yeah.
And he has a motor on the back of his seat, and he controls it with hand grips.
Man.
You see him flying along. Pretty soon he'll reach over here and he'll adjust one. And he'll be hanging on this side, and he'll reach over and adjust another one.
So how old is he?
How low?
How old?
Oh, how old?
Is he kind of a young guy? Or?
He's pretty young. I think maybe 35.
Yeah.
He's geez, you might, maybe you know him. I don't know which hospital he's at. I think he's at St. Alphonsus. Yeah, I think he's at St. Al's. He's what do they call him? He's X-ray technician. That's not what they CAT scan, stuff like that. He gets, he works nights, so he can fly Saturday or Friday after he gets off work, Saturday and Sunday. He's got basically 3 days because he works nights.
Yeah.
Yeah, he started watching my videos, and he thinks my name is Chuck because I use all my desert racing buddies called me Chuck, so I used that handle when I started putting videos online. So now he's got it figured out I'm Ken, but he can't remember whether to call me Ken or Chuck. He'll say Chuck, and he'll change it to Ken.
So you guys talked on the phone, though, to make an arrangement to meet?
No, we just talked on the internet, just messaging each other. Yeah. Unlike my buddy Liz Clark's. I was telling you, she raced the Baja 1000. She knew me long before she met me.
Yeah.
And she was racing at Rabbit Creek, and I found her at Sign Up, and so she knew right off. You know, I was walking through the pits at the race one time. I think Gordon Stimmel was with me. And this guy's standing there along the road, and he says, "Hey, are you Chuck?" And I'm like, "Huh?" And they're like, "Only my motorcycle buddies up in Washington know me as Chuck."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Huh?" And he says, "You filmed me last year." I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Yeah." He says, "I was coming down along that fence line. I hit a rock, got out of shape, and got tangled up in the fence." And I said, "I remember you."
Oh my God.
So I published him on the internet, and he happened to watch that video because it was a video of the Rabbit Creek race.
Yeah.
And he recognized himself.
Wow.
It was pretty obvious.
Yeah.
He was there. Oh, I think I was gonna tell you. Maybe I was gonna tell Ben.
So when you say the Rabbit Creek race, you mean the one over by Murphy?
Yeah.
The Rabbit Creek, they come all the way from all over the country?
All over the country, yeah. That's a NHHA, National Hare and Hound Association race, and the people that ride it are people from riders like, about here's where, no, this isn't the same gate. People like riders like my nephews to national numbers. Liz is a national number. Meg Argybright, her husband will win about a third of the races. Her husband is Jacob Argybright. And Meg teamed with Liz in that Vegas to Reno race last year. Liz isn't racing this year. She's got a boyfriend. She has a smile. She has a smile that is her trademark, I'll tell you. In fact, I'm gonna show you. maybe if I can do any navigation. I need to get this off. Don't like heights.
Yeah.
And I have a friend in Barcelona that, oh, we've been friends since they invented computers. Her husband bought her a titanium Pentium 95, and
you know what, Ken? You know, we had to turn around and go back just a little bit on the top of that hill, and it looked like to me that there were all those big rocks were put there.
we'll do it.
You tell me if I'm crazy, but I think.
You think those rocks were put there?
Yeah.
You scared the hell out of me. Oh, be careful about that. These rocks here?
On up to the top here, and I think all along, it's like they're all along here.
Well, I'll tell you, riding through there would be like riding through a cemetery.
Well, look at these rocks. Do they look like they were put there?
Yep. Yeah, I think they.
I mean, how could they be? They're too big.
I think when they graded this road, they pushed them up and pushed them off to the side.
And then like when we turn around and go back, then it's like there's a corner, and then it goes that way.
Oh, you think it's a fence?
Oh, that looks weird.
I think it's a rock fence. Let's go look over
Well,
here.
I don't know what it is.
That certainly is a rock pile, but I think.
Yeah, well, it was back there that I really saw it.
Oh, let's go back.
How come when you turn it does that?
Well, me, oh. Look at that, it knows we're crossways the road.
Maybe I'm.
How come when I turn it does
I
that?
don't know. Weird. But look at these rocks along here, and tell me if they look like they've been put there.
Well, I was just thinking when they bulldozed this ridge across the top of this ridge, they got into the rock, and they just pulled them out and pushed them off the side of the road.
That might be. But then it goes down here, and then it's like it turns.
Oh, you see that right there? That's a rock ridge.
Yeah, it is. Look at this. It's
And that's a rock ridge continues on. So I think that just happens to be rocks.
It just looks like a corner and
Yeah.
goes that way.
Well, I think this rock ridge, just come right across here.
Yeah, that might be what happened. Yeah, it looked weird. It looked like they were put there. Wow.
Well, we got some cows out here.
Yeah. And this is probably the Cherry Creek Road. Is this where we hit the Cherry Creek and go down?
I think we make a connection and then go that way. I think. I bet you that's Fisherman's Road, and this is probably Cherry Creek Road going out across the Tongue.
Yeah, that's what
The Tongue.
Yeah, that's what I would guess.
Have you heard of the Tongue? The spot between here and Owyhee Reservoir they call the Tongue, and I think it's just a big slab of basalt.
Yeah, I'll bet this is the trip. This will take us back down to the dam.
This will take us to Cherry Creek grade.
Yeah. It looks like there's quite a bit of traffic on it.
I don't think there's enough traffic that people have been going down Cherry Creek. Maybe. If we get down there and get stuck, you can walk home and get home. Bring help. I'm going to stay.
I don't think we better go that far. But I remember riding this horseback, and it was a long ride across this plateau.
Yeah, it would be.
When I was up here, there was no traffic, or very little. It was just a cow trail.
I think if somebody hasn't been over this road today, it's been pretty recent.
Yeah. I've seen both the four-wheeler tracks and the vehicle.
There's Three Fingers.
Yeah.
Are we going to turn and go up that road?
That's going to take us to the dam, I think.
No, that'd have to take us back where we were to get to the dam.
I couldn't get that fast enough.
You want me to stop?
Well, I not now. I didn't get Three Fingers, but maybe I can get it on our way back.
How far back?
Oh, that's okay.
Huh?
That's okay. Let's go on over and see where we drop down.
Yeah, I think we're going up that way. So I was going to tell you, I got a video on the internet called Plowing a Dirt Road.
Yeah.
I was running on the west side of Graveyard Point. A coyote ran across in front of me, distracted me, and I stuck my front wheel in a rut, and I went down hard.
Oh, God.
I'm laying there and I'm moaning and groaning and trying to get my wind and picking up my bike. I wasn't hurt, you know, just sort of kind of messed up my attitude a little. Anyway, this girlfriend of mine from over at Redmond, she saw it. She said, "You were hurt." I said, "No, I wasn't. Just lost my wind. Had to straighten my handlebars so I could ride." But,
how long ago was that?
Oh, 5 years maybe, I don't know. But anyway, Ben watched that. He said, "You're lucky you didn't wrap yourself around a T-post." And I have a story I want to tell him sometime. I was in a desert race, and we were going down a dirt road. It was real loamy, kind of soft. We had to turn right and go through a gate. And I got on the brakes hard, and I was sliding sideways. And I thought, if I time this right, I can dump the clutch and shoot through that gate.
Oh, wow. Did you?
No, I timed it wrong.
Oh.
And I hit the gate post,
Oh, my God.
broke it off, and fell over on my back in 4 strands of barbed wire.
Oh, wow.
Oh, hung up.
Oh, man. You're lucky to be alive.
It took a while to get untangled before I could continue.
Oh, man.
It wasn't a bad fall. I just basically tipped over backwards.
Oh, man.
But that rock, the cows have been walking around it. But if I had timed that right, I would have thought I was pretty good.
Yeah, boy.
There was another time, I think it may have been at the same place. I know I was going downhill. It was really loamy soil, and there was a checkpoint. When you went through a checkpoint, you had this patch of tape on your helmet, and they were supposed to mark it. You know, different checkpoints had different color markers.
Yeah.
And what they were lumber crayons. And these guys had them taped to their fingers. And I didn't get stopped at a checkpoint, and I went through it sliding sideways, and that guy went out and he went like that, and I looked back at him and he's going, I got you.
Wow.
Checkpoints are always fun, but there was one.
Well, don't you stop?
Huh?
Don't you stop at a checkpoint?
Yeah. Yeah, if you can. There was one checkpoint, they had girls from a strip club were out there plumb naked. most of the races, the girls were just working at the finish line. But boy, I'll tell you, you know, there's a lot of paperwork and timekeeping, you know, and different riders are coming through and different classes. You know, everybody takes off at the same time. You got 125 amateur expert pro, 250 amateur expert pro, open class amateur expert pro.
Wow. Yeah, I bet you that's a lot of people.
Logistics.
Yes.
Well, and there's also a powder puff class, you know, just girls, but sometimes the girls will race against the guys. And 14 and under mini bike class. This is the road. See the gap? See the gap in the ridge right there? We take the next road to the right.
So I remember years ago being up here hunting thunder eggs.
Huh?
I remember when I was a little kid being up here hunting thunder eggs.
Yeah.
Thunder eggs out on some of these ridges.
Yeah. I remember hunting thunder eggs just right out below your place.
Oh yeah.
And my daughter was with me at what's the Indian reservation this side of Pendleton? We're at that little gas station there just off the north side of the highway.
Yeah.
And they had some thunder eggs that had been sliced open, and oh, she was just wowed. Yeah. And so I go, well, we got a lot of thunder eggs at home, geodes, and so we got in the pickup with Dad, and we come out here, and we couldn't find any. It had all been strip mined. They drug things like arrows across the desert, turned them up, and then went back, picked them up. There was just none laying on top. And right now, the east wall of Sucker Creek Canyon, is this it? I think this is it. The east wall of Sucker Creek Canyon at the park, and I think this is it. And right down there at the bottom of Sucker Creek, where the martins roost in the rock wall, where the swallows make their nest in that rock wall, there's thunder eggs in there. But you got to be lucky to find one. Can you imagine riding across this on two wheels?
Oh my God.
This'll turn your wheels into rectangles.
My daughter, not this far back, but somewhere around here where we come across a herd of wild horses.
Yeah, I saw three just west of the water troughs down there.
Yeah.
Not too long ago.
Yeah.
Maybe a year ago.
Yeah.
It was since the soda fire,
Yeah.
maybe a year and a half ago. One of them was white. One was a pony.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you know when I went on that roundup at Sands Basin, with the BLM guys let me go up there with them.
Yeah.
And there was a pony in that herd, a showing pony in that herd.
My dad used to come across here to go down to the Owyhee to go fishing.
Yeah.
That rock's sticking up there quite a ways. There. Maybe. I don't know. I just referred to it as a plateau because I remembered it being flat. But we're fixing to go downhill now. And Cherry Creek grade, as I remember, there was a cattle guard at the top. So this isn't it.
It is, but I don't know. This is kind of how I remember it, but I don't know. I don't have a good memory.
Well, maybe we're not to the top yet. But I think that was out there is what they called the tongue. I think that's a fence line.
Yeah. I would think that this is the draw that goes down a little bit, I guess north of the resort.
Yeah, that's what I remember, north or east. There's a 2-track over there.
Built a kind of a reservoir, a little dike.
Yeah, that does look like a dike over there. this is not too bad yet.
It's not real well traveled.
Yeah, but it's not huge, humongous boulders either, you know. Not, there's enough rock here that it's not washed out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still taping.
Oh, good.
Ben is going to like this.
Yes.
Yeah, I hate when I'm riding down a trail and brush up against one of those with my arm.
Oh, yes. They're the Canadian thistle, aren't they?
Yeah,
Ah.
I think so.
Oh, there's your cat card.
Might be, but I thought it was up on the flat. And I thought it was yellow. But I'm getting old, I forget.
Well, that is yellow. There is yellow there.
Well, there's some yellow. Cattle wouldn't even know that was a cattle guard. It's so full of dirt. Boy, that went right into four-wheel drive walk. Good compression. We're on compression right now at an idle.
On your brakes.
Yeah. And my dad used to tell me, if you go fast, you gotta slow down, and brakes aren't cheap.
Yeah, right.
There's some rocks.
Yeah. Creek.
This is the Cherry Creek grade. There's no doubt. You want me to stop? I'll stop.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Yeah, this is the way I remember it.
We're not even a quarter of the way there yet.
No, and I remember it's really steep going down. I remember it really steep when you got close to the highway down there.
Well, if we can't come out, we might have to go back to Adrian.
It looks like we're pretty committed. I don't think we can turn around.
Yeah. Well. I wouldn't want to have to try. I don't want to back out of here.
No.
So I guess we're being adventurous.
Yes, we are. Yeah.
Wait till I get around this bend here, and then I'll stop.
Wow. Look at those rocks on the other side of the bend. Wow. That one is a big solid rock. Huge.
Now I'll just pull over here close to the edge.
Not too close.
How's that?
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, that's just beautiful. Oh my gosh. Ah, just gonna kick me out. Oh, it's on video.
Ready?
Let me get one with the
Okay.
silicone.
Down there in that little cove spot. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, this is, oh wow, this is, I don't know how many years it's been since I've been here. I want to tell you a lot of years.
What's that white spot on the end of that ridge?
That I do not know.
A rock with eagle shit?
No, that'd be too much.
You know, they have families that live for decades. Oh, I see a big rock. Oh, that's not that big.
I just because if you're closer, there's some white, a little bit of white.
There's some white down here below, yeah.
It's rocky. It's rocky. Wow.
We're probably not even to the steep part yet.
No. Great God. There's lots of boats on there now.
Yeah, before we left up there, that one boat had just been circling around in the same spot. A real tight circle.
rode our horses down here. I don't remember.
I bet you I haven't been here since about 58.
Oh, really? I was trying to think if it was after I married Joe. I married Joe in 1980. I don't know if it was after I married Joe. I might have some pictures because I got a camera. Before that, I didn't take pictures.
Big piece of rock up there.
Boy, I tell you, this is steep country to be running cattle in.
You watching for rattlers?
No, I haven't seen anything.
No snake skin or anything, huh?
I haven't had a rattler at my place this year either. I had a couple of bull snakes, but no rattlers.
Maybe you need to put down a dish of milk.
I wonder if the cat, having a cat, makes a difference.
I don't think so.
I always worried about Mighty getting bit.
Yeah. Oh man, I've seen pictures of what that poison can do to a dog, you know.
Well, I had some friends out there riding horseback with a dog that got bit, and it died. It got bit on the tongue. And they thought it was heat stroke, and they put it on. They carried it down to the ditch and put it in the ditch, and it got worse. And they took it to the vet clinic, and the vet said that was the worst thing they could have done, putting it in the ditch. It made the poison go through it more, and it died.
Yeah, probably cold water made its blood pump.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember down here close where the creek was full of vegetation.
Hope this rock doesn't start rolling underneath us. That's eagle shit.
Yeah, maybe you're right. It's gotta be.
I don't think it's a white rock.
No, it's gotta be. I wish I had my binoculars.
Might be somebody's shopping bag.
It's pretty big. I can't see with your binoculars. I can't adjust them.
Center. Let's see. I think you adjust one lens and then you adjust the center. I can't remember. I don't use them very much. Well, I'll tell you, there's some moisture in that hillside down there.
Yes. Okay, can you stop it for just a second? I can't adjust. Can you?
Let's see. I gotta make it wide. Can't get the two lenses. There we go. And then, yeah, okay. Yeah, you get it adjusted for position, and then you roll the center one.
Okay.
To focus. Then you may be able to fine tune the left or the right one. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think you're right.
What, you think that's eagle shit?
Yep, it is. You're right.
That's what I tell people. I say, if you see a white rock, it's eagle shit.
That's an awful lot.
eagles are like vultures. You know, vultures they eat and then they puke it up. And the same thing with horned owls. They eat and then they puke it up. Keystone Light. Somebody drank beer going down this road. 3 cans in one spot. Yeah, we're still videotaping this. This thing, I think this one tapes an hour and then starts another clip.
Wow.
And when I'm riding, it gets bounced around enough that it'll shut off.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't notice it shut off, but pretty good holes, huh?
Yeah.
We went in there, you'd hear me wheezing and you'd think I was a cougar.
Yes, yeah, you remember that. I thought that was. That's a big cavern.
Well, that wouldn't be easy to get to.
No.
Probably the easiest way would be down from the top. Rappel down.
Yeah, that's a long way.
Liz Karks wouldn't hesitate.
But at one time, it could have been the water right up to the cave. There could have been water.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah.
There's certainly a lot of water around there. There's a lot of green. There might be water in it.
I'm going to say not much.
Yeah, not much now.
I wonder whoever decided that this would be a good place to build a road.
Yeah.
Some cat skinner, I'm sure.
No, it was graded at some time. And I don't know the history of the resort or that area. This might have been the original route in here.
Nah, I bet they came up the river. You know, I mean that road coming up the river, there's enough flat stuff there.
Except there's that tunnel, they had to tunnel through.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, my friend from over at Redmond, she thought Duke got upset by that tunnel, and he wasn't. He was just excited. She's got a big, what is it, a big poodle? Yeah, big poodle. Just mated it with a Labrador.
Yeah.
and had a batch of Labradoodles.
Yes.
And
Yes, they're very popular now.
She's just. I think they've all gone to a new home now, or about now. If they haven't, they're ready. Their families have been to visit them already. Oh man, was she a good mama, a good grandma to those puppies, man. She took. Let's see. I gotta think of the dog's name. Brambles. Her dog is Brambles.
Oh.
Yeah, Labradoodles.
Yeah. They're crossing, the standard poodle with a lot of popular dogs.
Yeah.
Like golden retrievers.
Well, there's something about Labradoodles is they don't shed hair, or something. There's something like that makes them real popular.
Yeah.
We might be halfway down.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. We're close.
We're not to the steep part yet.
I remember that steep part. And it was right at the end, I think.
Well, we might just have to put the brakes on and slide down.
Oh, that water looks so blue, green. Makes me want to jump in.
I'll bet you that'll give you goose pimples.
Yes, I bet it's cold. It is clean, and even the ditch that comes out of here past my place is really pretty clean because it's above all the farms. It's above all the farms.
Down there by that point, coming out into the water a little ways, there's a dark spot. I wonder if that's a rock underneath. Maybe it's a shed, maybe it's a reflection. Well, so far this hasn't been nearly as bad as I imagined it could be.
I couldn't even imagine, because I couldn't imagine, there's so much traffic anymore. Everywhere.
Well, this either has to bend around to the east or it's going to get real steep. Yeah, I might have told you. When I was going to college, I picked up a girl. I don't even know her name now. I can't remember. Went for a Sunday drive from Boise over to Homedale. I crested Van Slyke Hill and she looked at the valley below and she says, "Oh, this is beautiful." And I said, "Yeah, I guess it is. I never thought about it." Well, I'm looking for that road to continue around the hill, and it isn't. It's down there.
Yeah. I think we're going down.
We're going to go back up in here and then turn around and come back down, I think. Oh, I was hoping we'd go up in there farther, but... Oh, there we go. There's where it goes downhill. There's a white rock. These are either ski goggles or snowboard goggles. I can't remember which. My first pair, I think I paid like about $350, $450 for them.
Wow.
I think I paid about $28 for these.
Oh
They're
wow.
they're obsolete. The company's out of business. But if you find a good pair, man, they're worth $28 for sure. And we're not to the steep part yet. Well, somebody's been over it recently, and it looks like passenger car tires. Doesn't it? Looks like passenger car tires to me.
Oh, really? I don't know. I can't imagine a car up here.
Might be a two-wheel drive pickup truck. They just aren't very, they just don't, they look like highway tires. I suppose Yeah, the tires on my big old four-wheel drive probably leave a track like that. They're not at all knobby. The lizard, oh, he's gone.
I've seen it come up.
When you go through Lower Sage Creek Crossing, just before you get to the creek, you have to take a sharp right around a rock, a big rock.
Yeah.
And I was coming back one day and there was a lizard sitting on that rock just looking at me. I could have reached out.
Man, I used to have lizards around my, and I got lots of pictures of them, but around my house all the time until mine, now since I got mine, they do. I see them once in a while, but not like they were. And the cat kills them.
Oh, that'll be fun for a cat.
Yeah.
There's a telephone wire down there.
Yeah.
Don't know if it's the same one. You know, Diane's going to be jealous.
Why is that?
Huh?
Why is that? She could have came.
She could have.
Yeah. I'm going to have to call her and tell her she's got to come with it.
I'll put this on the internet and then she'll wish she had come. Oh, we're going to go around a bend and then downhill. Those rocks there. Just a lot of little rocks.
Look how much the reservoir's gone down.
Yeah. Last time I was here, the glory hole was going full force. That was a year ago this last spring.
Yeah, I'll bet this would have been a good year to see it too, because it was so full.
Yeah, it was full. I kind of watch it.
There's been a lot of people walking.
There's a road way up there.
Yes.
I don't have to have you home by 11 or anything, do I?
No, but I got a lunch for her, so I bet it's getting lunchtime.
You got hungry holes?
Huh?
You got hungry holes?
Well, I'm not very hungry right now. Yeah, it's 1:50.
Turned out to be more than a 4-hour drive, huh? that's what happens when you get out here and want to explore.
Yeah. Oh, this is fantastic. I never dreamed in my wildest dreams that I'd be back here again.
Want me to stop?
Yeah, let me get a picture. You got it.
There's caves right there too.
Yeah.
It looks like the water goes down through the rock and then washes out below, maybe. Well, we're going to go up the creek and come back down. I think this is a new road. I don't think this is the road that we came down when I was 12 years old.
This has been graded. They had a cat over this thing.
I remember climbing a hill from the park down there. I didn't go very far. Rocks slipped out from underneath my feet and I went down on my knees. And sharp rocks cut through my pants, cut into my knees.
Oh my gosh.
That sure ruined all my fun. I would have been with my dad. I think that time when I skinned my knees, I think I was probably a teenager. Probably came up from below. Yeah, we must be getting close to water. There's the creek. Must be. After the soda fire, they had a fire they called the Cherry Road Fire that started over here and ran to Idaho. It ran to Graveyard Point.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah.
I went out there in my truck. There was a guy in a BLM truck out there running around. I don't think I went much farther than the saddle behind Graveyard Point. Sat out there and looked at it. But I could see it coming from home, you know.
Yeah. I remember going, I rode my four-wheeler up, I could see it. And I rode my four-wheeler up to the top. Me and Mighty went up there and looked down on it. They stopped it right there at the Idaho, Oregon.
Yeah, just about. Yeah. You ever ride your horse out there with somebody following along with a four-wheeler? It wasn't you, huh?
Say that again?
You ever ride your horse with somebody following along on a four-wheeler?
No. No.
Somebody did that a couple of times. I don't.
No, I go too slow on my horse. Nobody would want to follow me on the four-wheel.
When I'm riding, I see people, but I don't look at them. I'm just sort of busy, too busy to look away from the trail.
Yeah.
But I did run into Bill Segner and his girlfriend out there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I pulled my helmet off and I had really wild hair. I looked like Albert Einstein. And
what were they driving?
horseback.
Oh, they were horseback.
They were down by Sucker Creek, and they were with Faith and Gary Olson. They met them down. Faith and Gary were on ATVs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I never seen Gary Olson on a horse.
Yeah, well, Gary Olson came up to Washington and raced one of the flat-out Mattawa 100s.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was a little kid then. Before he got big, he's probably out of high school, but he was.
Well, we're in the highway.
Yeah, this goes up to the other park, I think. What's it say? No fireworks, hunting prohibited, campfires and open flame prohibited. We'll have to put our hot dogs on my antenna and drive around the